I'm Jubidreamz, though you can call me Jubi. I like to draw, and I mainly use my iPad for the illustrations I make. I usually use the app MediBang for my pieces, but I've grown quite curious about the other free ones. So let's find the perfect drawing app for me, and maybe you too. It'll go like this. I'll talk about the interface of the app, what I like and dislike, and I think I'll set it up in a tier list format. For my sanity, I will only be drawing a chibi in each program. First app, Procreate. Now I know this isn't free, but I want to start off with a relatively popular app because I have something to say. The overall interface is pretty easy to understand. You have your brushes, eraser, blending tools, and layers. The quantity of brushes it gives you is nice. I do have some experience using Procreate. I used to use it back in high school. Some pros I have for Procreate are, the blending tool is super smooth and feels very balanced. Plus you can change the texture of the blending tool and eraser, which I think is pretty neat. It's easy to create folders. Just hover over your layer and boom, it exists. And the time-lapse feature is really nice. It automatically records, which is a plus. The cons, however, is, well, the bucket tool is ass. Why do I have to be on the same layer as my line art to do a quick fill? Why hasn't this been fixed? See, the reason I stopped using Procreate was for two reasons. A, I can't be sufficient when I draw because coloring takes a millennium. And B, the weird stabilization issues. I know there's a way to fix it. I have tried, but nope, still feels funky. It's kind of like the program itself is trying to fix my line work. I don't know. There's so many artists out there that use Procreate, and I commend them because, I actually come to hate this program. But to each their own. As for placing it in a tier list,
I mean, it's alright, like...
I'm putting it in C tier. Next up, IbisPaint. Starting with the cons, since there's not many. There's a bit of a learning curve, which isn't a deterrent, but I did find myself getting frustrated sometimes. I was just having a hard time finding certain things. There are ad pop-ups, but for what you get out of this app, I think it's really not that bad. Looking towards the pros, there are so many features. There's a wide variety of brushes, blending, and eraser options. I think I would relate this app to Clip Studio Paint due to the comic end section called Materials. This tab has so many patterns, blank figure bases, and texture packs. I found myself scrolling through all the options. Reversing back about the ads, there is an option to watch and unlock all the paid features for about 4 hours. I don't see myself using this for drawing, but I do like the uses it can have for background effects and filter options. Placing IbisPaint in A tier. It's a really solid app, and if you're new to digital drawing, this is a nice starting point. Next up, Sketchbook. This app is pretty basic. You got your essentials, of course. Pencils, markers, pens, eraser, and airbrush. But that's really it. There's not much to say about this. I will add that it's pretty laggy. It seems to have a hard time keeping up when I undo. If you just wanted to place a sketch, then okay, I can see this being used. But if you wanted to lock in on digital art, I wouldn't recommend Sketchbook. Placing in D. Alright, I'm bored. Let's have a fast round. You ready? Art set. Similar to Sketchbook in the layout, however, more realistic textures to play with. There are no layers, just one flat surface to mess with. Would only use this to doodle. Low D tier. iArtBook. I've never heard of this till now, and honestly, I can get behind it. It's pretty nice. I would say perhaps better than Procreate. High A tier. Tayasui Sketches. A little laggy. Drawing fast in this software felt horrible. The app couldn't keep up. I didn't even attempt to color. Low D tier. Art Studio Pro. Not a free friendly app. It only lets you use 2 layers, which is definitely not enough to do a full piece. Sucks too, cause I really liked the brushes and the way everything felt. Bummer. Low C tier. Finally, my favorite software to use, MediBang.
This is your man. Yes.
Look at the screen.
That's mine. And
And
I'm going to stick beside him.
that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm going to stick beside him.
I'm gonna try not to be biased. It looks complicated at first, but of course, every app has a learning curve. There's an array of brushes to use, some comic templates, and it even has a materials tab, similarly to IbisPaint. A problem that I've noticed using MediBang is that it can't handle too many layers. Like, the cap I would say is around 120. It starts to get laggy and honestly hard to use. The blending options are also not the best. It's more of a smudge tool than an actual blend. I also wish the color wheel was adjustable. It's hard to pick colors in such a small window. I don't know, MediBang just feels good to use. My favorite brush is Sumi. If I had to rank this app, unbiasedly, I'd place it in B tier. Huh, no S tiers. I think because each app has their own sets of issues. S tier would be a perfect app, but no, that doesn't exist here. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Am I gonna use any new software?
No. No. Fuck no!
Just kidding. I might use IbisPaint again. And actually, I think I would probably use iArtBook. I liked the way that app felt. But let me know your thoughts. And let me know what app you use to draw. Okay, bye. Hey, you watched till the end. Call me Stinky in the comments below.